the Ministry of Health and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition.
Happy Mother's Day from the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Okay.
Ashley,
Yes, mommy.
can you in that fridge again? You trying to eat me at house and home, eh?
No, mommy.
All you do is eat and sleep. And the least little thing you ask you to do, you so tired.
It's just that no matter how much I drink, I'm still thirsty. And the food you give me ain't enough because I still is be hungry. And I'm getting smaller too. I could fit in that same dress you got me 2 Christmas ago.
That don't sound right. You need to get checked up. Sound like something wrong with you.
You know, mommy, it's a good thing you took me to that doctor.
But they say you got sugar.
She did say I have sugar, but she also said not to worry. If I eat right, exercise, and take my medicine like she say, I will live a long, healthy life. I ain't gonna let no diabetes stop me from being great. My health is in my hands.
This message is brought to you by PAHO Bahamas, the Ministry of Health and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. New details from that Sandals Exuma tragedy. New COVID numbers released. Mothers celebrated across the country today. And in sports, John Quell and the Suns lose in their preseason opener. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. I'm Jiminita Swain. Thanks so much for tuning in as you continue to enjoy your Mother's Day. Now to our top story. 72 hours later, local authorities on the island of Exuma still trying to get to the bottom of what caused the deaths of 3 American tourists and left another in hospital during their visit at the Sandals Emerald Bay Resort. Our Amajal Knowles has the latest.
Royal Bahamian here in Nassau, but it's its sister property, the Sandals Emerald Bay in Exuma. It has dominated headlines locally and internationally over the past 72 hours. This as resort officials and local authorities are trying to uncover what caused the deaths of 3 American tourists and left 1 in hospital. Officials on the ground in Exuma are still trying to piece together the puzzle and figure out what caused the deaths of 3 American tourists and left another in hospital. Providing the latest update on the situation, Acting Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for Exuma, Honorable Chester Cooper, issued a statement saying, "First in our thoughts are the grieving families. As a native of Exuma and the Member of Parliament, I have reached out personally to the families to offer condolences on behalf of the people of Exuma and the Bahamas." Adding, since Saturday, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Tourism, and officials from the U.S. Embassy have been working together, including collaborating to expedite the process for the formal identification of the deceased. Once the remains have been legally identified, the pathologist can begin the process of identifying the cause of death. Prime Minister Davis has been kept abreast of the situation as well, and further reads that they'll provide further updates once more information is available, again offering sympathies, thoughts, and prayers to the families affected. And obviously a sad situation over there in Exuma. ZNS News team talked to a guest who is on honeymoon at the resort. She said, "I can tell you there was a lot of speculation on Friday during the day as to what happened. We were a little on edge that evening and slept with our balcony door cracked. We had a great time and definitely want to make another trip to the Bahamas in the future." While the victims' identities still remain under wraps, we understand that 2 of the victims were a married couple from Birmingham, Alabama, with the husband being one of the 3 victims who died and the wife being the lone survivor who is currently being treated in hospital. Sandus News team also understands, based on sources close to the situation, that Yes will be transferred from the Exuma property to the Sandals Royal Bahamian for at least one night. We reached out to hotel officials for confirmation, but no response was given up to news time. We will continue to update you on this story as it progresses. For ZNS Network News, I'm Amajal Knowles.
Meantime, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. the Honorable Michael Darville providing some details about his trip to the island of Exuma Saturday, where he led a delegation. He knows that officials from the Department of Environmental Health and other specialists are also a part of the investigation and will provide a report to government and Sandals as well. As for the lone survivor of the tragic incident, who has since been airlifted to South Florida, Dr. Darville says her condition is stable but improving. As for the cause of the incident, that remains unknown at this time.
It's very important that we do not speculate. There is some potential differential diagnoses for the lady that survived, but they all need to be substantiated, which she's receiving excellent care. As far as the 3 individuals who were found dead, we are now making the necessary arrangement, autopsies, identification, and toxicology, so that the cause of death can be determined. For us at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, we are positioned and ready, along with our healthcare facility in Exuma, to be able to move very swiftly if anything else was to happen on the island. I believe that this is an isolated incident on the property. We were at the property doing the necessary investigations, and to our understanding today, there's been no additional incidents, and we believe the individuals at the resort are relatively safe at this time.
Also making news tonight, COVID cases now at 37, according to Saturday's dashboard from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The bulk of the new infections here in the capital, with 34 cases, 2 cases recorded in Grand Bahama and 1 case for Abaco. The total now at 33,732. 24 of the cases have a history of travel within the last 2 weeks. The breakdown of cases show 19 males and 18 females infected, 9 persons now in hospital moderately ill. There were 4 recoveries with 308 active cases currently. Well, now from police, take a look at your television screen. Police need your help in locating 2 wanted suspects. The first is Gary Fox, who police want to question in reference to shop breaking and stealing. While his age and address is unknown, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and is of a medium build and medium brown complexion. The other person police also are hoping to question is Gerald Dorset in connection with assault with a deadly weapon and threats of death. No age or address were given by police, but he is of a dark brown complexion with a medium build. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Gary Fox or Gerard Dorset is asked to contact police at 502-9991 or download the P3 Tips app. Meantime, police are hoping to locate 31-year-old Shantavia Evans of Excellence Estates, who has been reported missing since March 12. She is of a dark brown complexion and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall with a medium build. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Shantavia Evans is again asked to contact police at 502-9991 or download the P3 Tips app. Well, still to come in the weekend edition, senior citizens thanking God in celebration of Mother's Day. The details of that and other interesting stories coming after the break.
Anything you need, we got you covered. Say the word and we'll come through. So if you need coverage for life, choose BAF, they'll get it right. Just go out and do it. It's your life, so just live it. So anything you want, you can get it. It's time to get it right. So we rolling with BAF for life. BAF for life. And so we going with BAF for life. BAF for life. And so we choosing BAF for life. BAF for life. And so we rolling with BAF for life. BAF for life. If you want coverage for life, choose BAF, they'll get it right. the best choice. BAF, that's BAF for life.
At the Department of Housing, we are working diligently to expand the path to home ownership. We have streamlined our mortgage application process to make it easier and more convenient for you, our valued clients. The first step in the application process is to register online at www.mothbahamas.com. Registering online is a critical step in the mortgage application process, as it allows for a specific profile to be created, and it also allows you, our valued clients, to easily track and monitor your application as it moves through the various phases. The following documents are required: passport, NIB smart card, voter's card or recent utility bill not older than 3 months old to confirm address, job letter, pay stub, print of current credit facilities, which includes consumer loans and credit cards. For self-employed persons, the Department of Housing will require company documentation, such as a valid business license and business account statements for a minimum of 12 consecutive months. The Department of Housing, making access to quality, affordable housing easier for Bahamians. If you're interested in quality, affordable housing built at the highest construction standards, please register at www.mothbahamas.com or call us at 302-5816.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
It's been said that any good investment starts with courage, and it is this principle that continues to fuel one local crowdfunding agency beyond its initial IPO reversal. Lloyd Allen has more from Arawak X in this week's Market Insider.
Chose to take a little bit of a pause as we work our way through our processes.
Chief Tech Officer at Arawak X, DRC Rambing Jr., is referring to the launch of two promising IPO prospects last August. Red Lobster Bahamas, through the Pinnacle Group, and Bahama MiFi both failed to rally the funding needed to go public.
It ended up being the minimum for the Red Lobster was 1.5, and they ended up, when you did all of the back work, it ended up being about 1.8 that they were able to receive successfully, and then the others didn't hit their minimum, so we had to return all the investment.
And as a part of its recovery strategy, Rami says there were some important reflections.
We learned a lot, so we are currently in discussions, what works, what didn't work. Being a first mover means that you got to take all the blows at the same time.
The company also attending the recent Crypto Bahamas conference, which Raming sees as a push to democratizing access to finance, something he feels has proven a challenge to the securities industry.
By having, these conferences, by having FTX be here permanently, what it means is in order for people, Bahamians, to find work with them, in order for them to start up digital asset companies themselves, they have to learn how to code. They have to learn how to become knowledge workers.
Moving forward, Raming is hopeful that the next IPO launch has little to no challenges. But if so, he feels lessons learned and knowledge gained will help his company to remain a competitive player. For Market Insider, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
Well, a local bank receiving a prestigious honor, CIBC First Caribbean, awarded for its innovation and leadership in corporate financing and initiatives in renewable energy sector during the 2022 Caribbean Renewable Energy Forum Industry Awards in Miami, Florida last month. The forum attracted policymakers, regulators, investors, and other stakeholders in the industry from over 25 countries. Between 2020 to 2021, the bank spearheaded the refinancing of two project portfolios for two major renewable energy players in the Caribbean. Pat Senior Citizens Home treating a number of its resident mothers to a special church service at the new Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church today. Proprietor of the home, Pat Moxie, says while the 42 residents were unable to attend, a handful were at church to receive their proverbial flowers on Mother's Day. Meantime, Moxie is thankful for the support from the public in assisting the home with caring for its residents.
Well, today is Women's Day at our church, and also it's Mother's Day, so we're celebrating both in one. And most of the people from my home come here and visit, and a lot of them wanted to come today, so even those that were bedridden, I thought it was so fitting to bring them out on a special day like today. Well, if I should say, J.S. Johnson's insurance company has bought us a bus. They had it wrapped, and we are using that at this particular time. So whatever anybody can do to help, we appreciate it.
Assistant Pastor Theophilus Claridge says the day is also to celebrate all women who have assisted in raising children throughout the Bahamas.
On a regular basis, we have visitors from the Pat Senior Citizens Home who come and visit with us. But this was special today because we saw fit to have the mothers from the Pat Senior Citizens Home with us. And as we have this special service where we honor our mothers. But not only do we honor our mothers here at New Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, we also honor all women, because we also celebrate the women of our church and the women of our nation.
Happy Mother's Day, Bahamas.
Women around the country seeking divine intervention for the nation's ills. The group Women United in Prayer hosted a prayer conclave and forum this weekend at the police headquarters. The event attracted women from various denominations and backgrounds. The group also devising strategies for national development. Organizers hope to continue this initiative next year. And now to some student news in this week's edition of Student of the Week. Where are they now? Our LaDon Davis chats with Tamara Myers. Myers, a track and field athlete who hails from Andros, is in pursuit of stardom as a triple jumper.
I guess that environment in terms of being able to compete just within my island until I grew up to know about, competing elsewhere.
That's Bahamian triple jumper Tamara Myers reminiscing on the days of her budding athletic career back at the now Huntley Christie High School many years ago. This exceptional student that boasted a 3.7 grade point average studied at the University of Arkansas and continues to make her presence felt in the sport internationally. We caught up with Tamara recently to find out what she has been up to.
I'm hoping to work, aim into getting back into workforce right now, but just taking some time off just to focus on my training, which is paramount at this point, because I've been doing track and field for a long time, and so I feel like this year, from last year coming into this year, I'm at my best, and so I want to be able to commit to my training, achieving my goals in terms of qualifying for major championship teams, such as the World Championships that will be held in Portland, Oregon this year, the Commonwealth Games. Any team that's traveling, I want to make my name known in terms of that.
But how is Tamara performing on the field? Well, she says winning her first medals at the Commonwealth Games gave her hope.
I got silver every year except for Cayman. I did not make that team. But every other course that I went to, I got a silver medal in triple jump. But my first goal would have been in, I think it was El Salvador at the CAC Games. I got a goal in long jump.
And her big dreams didn't end there. Tamara says she hopes to one day make the Bahamas Olympic team and pick up a medal.
So I'm aiming for that. So it just requires a lot of focus because when you commit a lot of years to this, although you might have the passion, but you still have those moments where you're like, I'm tired. How much longer am I going to do this?
But as her athletic career blossoms, Tamara says she wants to give back more to her country and put her degree in marketing to good use. LaDawn Davis with the Student of the Week. Where are they now?
Well, a young Bahamian making history, scoring high marks on his recent Scholastic Aptitude Test, or SAT, which is a major requirement for college entry. This score places this student in the highest 88% of the 1.7 million candidates who took the SAT admission exam this year. Lloyd Allen reports.
Well, for 17-year-old Shiloh Smith of Aquinas College, he's proven that hard work definitely pays off. He scored a 1380 on the SAT.
Well, my initial preparation involved obviously a lot of practice, a lot of studying, a lot of research. It was constant.
It's no easy feat scoring high on the Scholastic Aptitude Test. And according to Shiloh, an extra challenge was much of his preparation, which happened virtually.
It was definitely a more difficult experience not being able to, go to my teachers in person. I had a lot of online assistance, virtual assistance, going on YouTube, going on different websites, using those resources to assist me.
When face-to-face classes resumed, he says he took full advantage.
I actually learned a lot of things from my peers, so when I wasn't necessarily confident in a topic, I would either, ask a friend to help me out, or I would ask my teachers, and I would get a lot of help from the persons around me.
Shiloh adds he did not know for certain what his score would be, but adds that it shocked him and one he continues to receive credit for from friends, family, and also his principal, Shauna Knowles.
Joining our family, he immediately accelerated to our accelerated stream. And so he was able to sit his BGCSEs at grade 11, and then in grade 12, he's now enrolled in 6 AP classes.
Knowles adds that excellence is in the air at the school.
We push, we encourage our students to pursue excellence in every aspect of their life.
With goals of attaining a degree in computer science and business admin, Shiloh says he's well on his way to achieving these dreams, carving out another memorable footprint in his life. Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
And now from the world of arts and entertainment, the Dundas Theatre for Performing Arts Ring Play Productions Management are planning to produce a series of Bahamian plays to commemorate the Bahamas' 50th independence, aiming for an October start with one play running each month for a full year. Artistic Director Philip Burrows says in addition to the 6-figure expense budget, they will also need about 12 directors and possibly over 100 actors to pull the project off.
We're hoping to do P. Anthony White's They're Raising the Flag Now, Mama, which was written for independence in 1973. I don't think it's been performed since 1973. It's very important for actors to act in those plays, audiences to see those plays, audiences to realize that Bahamians have been writing for quite a long time. We just hope to be able to present this as our expression of Bahamian theater over the 50th anniversary of Bahamian independence.
As we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your sports on this Sunday, Mother's Day. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping this Sunday sportscast. Despite posting 15 points and 7 rebounds, Jonquel Jones and her Connecticut Sun would fall in their postseason opener to the New York Liberty last night, 81-79. The reigning league MVP spoke to ESPN on her expectations for the season.
Definitely just understanding that teams are going to be, looking to stop me. So having that mindset to kind of just come in attack mode, ready to play, pushing the ball more in transition, looking for my teammates and getting the ball up the court, but just overall just a hunger and a desire to win. Obviously we get Courtney back, we have AT for the entirety of the season, but just all together just doing the little things and understanding that it's the small things that kind of contribute to winning the championship.
And will he get the max? That's the question that's been hovering over Bahamian basketball star DeAndre Ayton's head all year. But if you judge his postseason numbers, then it's almost a sure bet. The second consecutive campaign, Ayton has improved his numbers in some key statistical categories from the regular season to the postseason. During the 2021 season, he averaged 14 points and increased that to 16 points in the playoffs. This season, he posted 17.2 points per game. So far in the playoffs, Ayton is scoring 21 points per game. He also improved his field goal percentage significantly from 63% during the regular season to 68% over the Suns' first 7 playoff games. Now 3 Suns role players receive big paydays just before the start of the season. Ayton continues to wait. Meanwhile, the Suns hoping to take a commanding 3-1 series lead in their Western Conference semifinal matchup with the Dallas Mavericks. Baseball news: Jazz going 1 for 5 with 1 RBI and 1 run scored in the Marlins' 8-0 shutout win over the San Diego Padres. They would improve to 12-13. Off the field, though, Jazz's persona continues to grow. He spoke to media recently about his style of play.
I just feel like the way I play the game is very new to people, and it's hard for people to realize that the game's changing sometimes. It's hard for people to change when they've done it in such a way for so long. But this is how I've done it all my life. Coming from the Bahamas, this is what we were trying to do. This is what we were trying to recreate from we were in Little League to now. And I'm just trying to live out my Little League field, my Little League dream on the big league field,
As for what's his ultimate vision surrounding the sport.
I want the game to be just exciting. I just want everybody to have fun in every way they can at a baseball game. It could be a security guard sitting on the side that just loves watching baseball. It could be a fan in the stands that's their first game, and I want it to be exciting. I don't want them to come here and just sit there and be like, dang, I don't want to come back to another baseball game again. I want them to sit there and be like, I want to come again. Dang, I might have to go buy a ticket tomorrow to come see this guy play because it was so much fun just coming to the game, the way you interact with the fans, the kids.
That's when we look at sports on this Sunday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
My name is Trevan Thompson. I'm a blog editor, and I am fully vaccinated. When I hear COVID-19, the first thing that comes to my mind is respiratory illness. And as someone who has asthma, who has a child that has asthma, that is really concerning to me. My breathing has always been iffy in the best of times, so I was really concerned that this was something that was gonna put me in the hospital. The exact moment when I changed my views about getting the COVID-19 vaccine didn't happen until after I'd gotten COVID. I thought I was being really careful, I thought I was sanitizing, I was distancing, but I still got the virus. And so out of an abundance of concern for myself and for my family, I decided that that was probably the best route for me to go down. All of the close friends that I have are now vaccinated because we felt safe going that route and felt like now especially was the best time for that to happen. The time is now.
Ordinary people, you've never seen anything like this before. This is art
and fashion together in one.
Hi, this is Sanovi Pierre, also known as Novi Pierre. Do not miss me on Ordinary People Doing Extraordinary Things.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Thank you, Jimenita. We are under partly cloudy skies after an afternoon of showers and thunderstorms. Temperature currently at 81 degrees. Relative humidity 69%. We have northerly winds at 5 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,011.3 millibars. That's 29.86 inches, and the pressure is rising. Temperatures around the islands this evening: 78 degrees in Marsh Harbor, Albuquerque, Green Tulkey. Also Freeport, Grand Bahama at 78 degrees. The Berry Islands 77. 82 degrees in Allenstown, Bimini. Harbor Island 77 degrees. Rock, Sandy, Lutra at 80. Black Point, Exuma, Kemps, Basin Andros, and Fresh Creek, Central Andros, all at 79 degrees. 79 is also in Otterstown, Cadallas, San Salvador, and Rumkey. Georgetown, Exuma, a little warmer at 82 degrees. 83 in Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands. Matthew, Tanianago 84 in the Turks and Caicos Islands, 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, you can anticipate light and variable winds with flat seas. They're going to be 1 to 3 feet. Low tide takes place at 8:08 tonight for the central and southeastern islands. Southwesterly flow at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Tomorrow in the northwestern islands, the winds become north to northeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide takes place at 9:10 tomorrow morning with a high tide of 3:09 in the afternoon for the central and southeastern islands. On Monday, southwesterly winds once again at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Our satellite pictures showing that front boundary now working its way through the central and southeastern parts of the country, and that's where the showers and thunderstorms will reside tonight. There will be some clearings over the northwest Bahamas with the chance of 1 or 2 brief passing shower later on tonight. Partly cloudy and humid with a brief shower or 2, 73 degrees for the low temperature. And tomorrow we're looking at mostly sunny and a bit pleasant, as those winds are going to be primarily out of the north. The high temperature tomorrow should get up to about 84 degrees. And your extended weather forecast looking like this: improving conditions right through Thursday. But come Friday and Saturday, there's an upper level trough that is expected to move across the northwest Bahamas, and that will support some showers and thunderstorms on the weekend. But just before I go, I'd like to wish all the mothers in the Bahamas a happy Mother's Day, and a special happy Mother's Day go out to Deaconess Gator, Sylvia Gator that is, and that's coming from my cameraman tonight, her son, Winston Gator. Jimenita.
Well, thanks, Basil. Again, from all of us here, happy Mother's Day to you. That will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
Happy Mother's Day from the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
As an artist, I travel all over the world, and I find inspiration all around me.